Hey Pyros, 𝗬𝗲 here at Elite. We are here at Elite Fireworks, and in today's video, we are going to unbox America Pride from 𝗬𝗵𝗲 Fireworks. For those of you who do not know, this is a sub-brand of Happy Family. So Happy Family is officially available at Elite. Now in this assortment, it's going to be a little bit of everything. So we do see what we have in here, but I always like to unbox them just to give you guys a real world example and see the different sizes of all the fireworks. So let's get to it. Now this is going to be 20 total fireworks inside, so let's open it. I am hoping there's not going to be any styrofoams, or if there is going to be some, they're going to be very tiny. All right, so this is what you see from the top. So far it does look good, but from experience, styrofoams typically hide in the bottom, not on the top. Now we are going to start with this 6-shot standard size artillery. Now I do want to be transparent with you guys. All of these fireworks that we see here, Happy Family is new here at Elite Fireworks, so I have not had the chance to actually shoot them. Based on my experience with fireworks, I have a good feeling on how things are going to be. So for instance, the artillery shells here, these are going to be a pack of 6 of them. Now each of the shot is going to go around 120 to 130 feet. These are going to be 15 grams per shot, whereas the bigger mortars are going to be up to 60 grams. Up next, we got another one. Now this is a whistling artillery. So it's very common in these type of packages where you get a standard one similar to a festival ball and a whistling one. So just like the name says, this is going to have a whistling effect to a break. And the same thing, it's going to be 15 grams per shot, and this will be 6 total shots. All right, so before we move on to the cakes, I do want to grab some of the other items. So right here, we do got a roll of 500 firecrackers. I do like the packaging on this. Kind of looks like old school firecrackers, and size wise, it's pretty compact. Definitely nice, as they're not wasting any room, because often what you see with 500 firecrackers, there's going to be like a big hole in the middle, so it makes this look bigger. But I do like that they're going with a compact size. So I do not know how they test when comparing them to our titanium crackers or black hat firecrackers. Now right here, we do got the AK-47. So this is a generic handheld. Now handheld fountains work similar to sparklers, where you hold them in your hand, but the difference with them is actually it showers out like a fountain, where sparklers, the longer you hold it, typically the flare gets closer and closer to you. Up next, we got 2 different fountains. So we are going to talk about both of them together. Weight wise, these are very light. Now I do want to add, just because something is light doesn't mean that there's not a lot of powder, because often with fountains, if they're heavy, it means they put a lot of clay or they put a lot of dirt in the bottom, and that's only used to stabilize the fountain. You expect both of them to last around 20 to 30 seconds each. Peak height anywhere from 4 to 6 feet. Up next, we got a pack of Roman candles. Now these are a 10 ball with crackle. As the name says, it's going to be 10 different shots per Roman candle. So in this pack, you are going to get 40 shots, and we should have some or all the shots have a crackle effect. This is going to go about 40 feet up in the air. Now we got one more fountain, but before we talk about this fountain, do see something here, which we'll talk about that in a bit. Now this is US military. This is very similar to the other 2 fountains, which were in honor and the Statue of Liberty. Similar weight, similar size. I expect this to last anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds and peak height of about 4 to 6 feet. Now the remaining items should all be aerial repeaters, so it's gonna be a mix of different ones. We got color pearl. This is a generic fireworks. Many different companies make them. This is kind of like a Roman candle cake. You light it one time, you move back, and it's gonna be 48 different shots. So it's kind of interesting that they have like a Spider-Man theme in the bottom. Well, it's very unique. I don't know if they all have this, but that's kind of pretty cool actually. Up next, we got a pack of Saturn missiles. Now this is a 100-shot pack. As the label says here, make sure you remove the top cover. So that's very important with Saturn missiles, because the shots on this are not powerful enough to break through. The regular cakes, they put a paper, which you don't have to take off the top. Of course, if you shoot a lot of fireworks, it's recommended to take off the top, as it's a lot less messy. But with these, they typically put a plastic cover, so definitely make sure you take it off. Up next, we got another up to 200 gram cake. Now this is diamond, 12 shots. Now this reminds me of similar to Kung Fu Panda that they have from Happy Family. Now 12 shots, 200 gram. This one, they do have the duration on there, so it lasts 15 seconds, so very short duration on this one. Another one that we have here, which is up to 200 grams. This is 19 shots. It's gonna go peak height of around 100 feet. and duration wise is gonna last 25 seconds. Another one that we have here is Battle Eagle. Now the theme with all of these items, including whenever we look at the packaging, it does have this glare. So all of the different cakes that we are seeing here do have that glare. Of course, Color Pearl did not have the glare. They did have the Spider-Man back, which this does not. Now this is gonna be 16 shots. The shots on these look like they are gonna be about a 1-inch diameter, which that tells me it's gonna be more powerful than a lot of other up to 200 gram cakes. Typically 16 shots up to 200 gram standard cakes are the sweet spot for me. Now, duration wise, 20 seconds, this is gonna go about 110 feet up in the air. Moving on to another up to 200 gram cake, and we do see the styrofoam reveal even more here, but this is 200 gram Revenge. Now, 25 shots. With this one, they do have a little bit more details on the product, so we can see that this will only go up, so it's not angled. Now, based on this, they label that it's low and high, so that's telling me this could potentially have some sort of mine effect. Then we don't see nothing in the mid-range, and then at the peak height, which is gonna be around 110 feet up in the air, we're gonna see breaks. Now, the last of the 200 gram cakes here, we got Bomb Squad. This is 21 shots, 22 seconds. Now, if we notice on here, it does say, face this towards the audience. Whenever you see these, and a lot of fireworks companies do put such labels, we know that this is gonna have some sort of V shape, or it's just gonna spread out in the sky. So definitely, if you shoot this, you don't wanna view it from this side because you're missing a good chunk of the show. So the last two cakes are supposed to be up to 500 gram compact cake. The first one that we have is Pirates, and similar to Bomb Squad, this does have the symbol where it says face this towards spectators. That means there's gonna be angled shots. I do expect this one to go anywhere from 130 to 160 feet up in the air. Now the last of the 500 gram cakes, so we get two 500 gram cakes, is this 18 shot cake. Now similar to the last one, this is a fan cake, but as you can see with this one, you gotta face it the other way. So just make sure you are reading the labels. There will always be some sort of error or some sort of label so that you are shooting these correctly. Now, last but not least, I do wanna show this. So this is the piece of styrofoam that comes in the package. Overall, it's a great package, but you do get a big chunk of styrofoam inside of it. There you have it, Pyros. That is America Pride from Sky Painter Fireworks, 20 different fireworks, a great mix of ground and aerial items. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this assortment? Until next time, we will see you later.